In today's video, I'm going to show you how to set up a powerful business operating system in Notion from scratch, specifically designed to boost productivity and organization. Notion is an incredibly versatile tool, and using it to build a centralized system for your business can truly transform how you manage your work. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. We'll begin by setting up your central dashboard, which is essentially the front door to your entire business within Notion. Start by creating a brand new page. You'll want to name this page something clear and concise, like Company Home. This will serve as your main hub, the first place you'll land when you open Notion for Business. The magic of this dashboard comes from using linked views of databases. This feature allows you to pull specific information from your other databases directly onto this main page. Think of it as a curated summary. You'll be able to see your most critical data, like your objectives and key results or OKRs and your top priority tasks, all at a single glance. This immediate visibility is crucial for staying focused on what matters most and ensuring that your daily actions align with your overarching business goals. It prevents you from having to hunt for information, saving you valuable time and mental energy. Next, we'll build your 5 core databases. These are the foundational pillars of your entire Notion system. We'll create these on a separate hidden page to keep your main dashboard clean and uncluttered. Title this hidden page Databases. Inside this page, you're going to create 5 distinct full-page databases. The first is your projects database, where you'll track large multi-step goals. Think of projects like launch new product, develop marketing campaign, or implement new software. These are typically initiatives with a defined beginning and end. Following that, you'll create your Trastex database. This is for your more granular, daily or weekly action items that contribute to your larger projects or ongoing responsibilities. Then comes your client's CRM database, which is essential for managing everyone you interact with professionally. This includes contractors, leads, potential partners, and existing clients. The fourth database is for Knowledge SOPs, a place to store all your important reference materials. This is where you'll keep meeting notes, brand guidelines, standard operating procedures, or SOPs, and any other documentation that supports your business operations. Finally, your finance database is where you'll track all financial aspects, including income, expenses, and budget planning, giving you a clear overview of your business's financial health. Now, let's implement the PRA method to organize these databases and ensure your entire business brain remains scalable. PRA stands for Projects, Areas, Resources, and Archives. It's a framework developed by Tiago Forte, and it's incredibly effective for organizing digital information. In your projects database, you'll list those active, goal-oriented initiatives we discussed earlier. Your areas database will house your long-term responsibilities that don't necessarily have an end date, such as marketing, human resources, operations, or customer support. These are the ongoing functions of your business that you need to maintain. The resources database is for general reference materials that you might need to access but aren't tied to a specific project or area. This could include articles you've saved, industry research, or useful templates. Finally, the archives database is for items that are no longer active but you want to keep for historical reference, like completed projects, old documents, or past client interactions. By structuring your information this way, you create a clear hierarchy and ensure that everything has a logical home, making it easy to find what you need when you need it, and preventing your system from becoming a digital dumping ground. When you're creating these databases, remember to set them up as full-page databases, not inline ones, to give yourself ample space for properties and views. This means that when you click to open one of these databases, it will take up your entire screen, providing a dedicated workspace for managing that specific category of information. To maximize the effectiveness of your projects database, I highly recommend adding properties like a status, e.g., not started, in progress, completed, on hold, a date, and a priority level. For your Trask database, similar properties are vital: status, due date, and importantly, a relation property linking it back to your projects database. This relation is key. It allows you to see all the tasks associated with a specific project directly within that project's page, providing a clear connection between your high-level goals and the individual steps required to achieve them. Think about how you want to view your information. For example, in your Trasex database, you might want to create a Kanban view sorted by status to visualize your workflow, and another calendar view to see your upcoming deadlines. Don't forget to add a person property to your Trasex database if you work with a teams, so you can assign tasks to specific individuals. Your client's CRM database should include properties like contact name, email, phone number, company, and a status property to track their stage in your business relationship, such as lead, prospect, active client, or past client. For your Knowledge SOPs database, properties like category, e.g., marketing, operations, HR, tags, and a last updated date will be incredibly useful for organization and ensuring your information is current. When it comes to your finance database, you'll want properties for date, description, category, e.g., income, expense, and then subcategories like software, marketing, salary, amount, and perhaps a project relation if you want to tie expenses to specific initiatives. Remember, the goal here is to create a system that works for you. Don't be afraid to customize these databases with additional properties as you discover new needs. For instance, in your projects database, you might add a budget property or a team property if you have multiple people working on projects. The initial setup is crucial, but the true power comes from consistently using and refining your system over time. Regularly reviewing your dashboard and databases will help you stay on track, identify bottlenecks, and make informed decisions about where to allocate your time and resources. If you found any value in today's video, hitting that like button is a small gesture that makes a huge difference in helping others find our content. We're always looking to grow, so please drop a note in the comments, whether it's a specific part you enjoyed or a suggestion on how we can level up our production. We read every single one, and your feedback directly shapes what we build next. You've now successfully set up the foundational structure for a robust business operating system in Notion, complete with a central dashboard and your 5 core databases organized using the PRA method. This system will empower you to manage your projects, track your tasks, nurture your client relationships, store your essential knowledge, and keep a close eye on your finances, all in one centralized, efficient space. Be sure to bookmark this video or save it for later so you can easily revisit these steps as you continue to build out and customize your Notion workspace.